Welcome back, everybody, to episode 13 of this Let's Play series of Age of Wonders Planetfall as the My Galactic Empire mode. We're playing as the Builders, led currently by Degracian Mountain Mover. Our job is to reestablish some kind of order to the galaxy now that the Star Union has fallen. That's sort of my headcanon, my theme I've put on my empire I'm building here. So we'll go ahead and end turn. Looks like we have nothing left to do this turn. Our friend Hat. Yeah, Eva we're not friends with, really. And she's right up here, just north of us. Stanozoid and I are fast friends for now, but he's a little bit xenophobic, so once we become friends with anybody else, he's not going to like us as much. Now, this is a very auto-able battle here. Shouldn't lose this. Okay, perfect. Marauders coming for our docks. So we've researched kinetic force manipulation.
For the elegant clean kill, but when you're outnumbered,
okay, I like to look from here so I don't have to listen to that every time. So we've got the kinetic phase modulator. Upgrades firearms so that rounds travel in a modified dimensional phase, allowing them to bypass 3 shield and ignore 50% of accuracy penalties from line of sight and units in the way. Interesting. And kinetic vectoring field. Project a kinetic vectoring field that covers a 2-hex radius area. All units inside the field are 25% harder to hit with range attacks and deal 30% extra added damage with firearm attacks. This field lasts for 2 turns. Interesting. That's actually quite cool. So what we might do now that we have that, we might take our trenchers, modify. So we have this one here that ignores 50% of the penalties from line of sight. And we could instead put on the kinetic phase modulator. They still ignore 50% of the accuracy penalties from line of sight, but now they bypass 3 shields. So since these are ranged units, we might want to do that. So we'll save this template, and let's go to Devar, and we'll pick, we need a new icon here. Let's give them, let's just go with this gear. It's pretty cool. So now we've used up trenchers, we've used up trenchiest, we've used up trenchiest, so let's go with the most trenchiest. There we go. So these are the most trenchiest. So this will be the unit we're going to build from now on. And we won't modify all of our previous ones because that's going to be a huge amount of cosmite. So if we did this, yeah, we'd have to, modeling all equivalent units would cost us 40 more cosmite. So I think it's better off just leaving them as is. They're almost exactly the same effectiveness. It's just this new version is going to be just a little bit better with the 3 shield penetration. So that's pretty good. And in fact, let's just double check here. So if we manage this, this one gives 1 armor. So this is a defensive version of that mod, and this one doesn't give armor, but it gives 20% extra damage. So these guys are going to do 18 damage with their spike guns, penetrate 3 shield, and ignore 50% of line of sight problems. So they're going to do a lot more damage. So 18 with 3 armor. And these guys have 1 more armor, but they do less damage. And they do 3 less damage per shot, but it's going to be more than that because anybody with any shields, as long as they have 3 or less shield, is going to be completely negated by our new most trenchiest. So we're going to stick with that. So in fact, we can actually go in here and we'll queue up one of these most trenchiest to start filling out our armies with. And I'm okay with using these tier 1 units with the 2 mods on them for quite a while, to be honest. They should be, you know, pretty quick and nasty units to build. Take me about, let's see, I produce 132 production per turn, and this requires 129. So I can build 1.05 most trenchiest per turn, which is pretty cool. So I could just churn those guys out, and every 6 turns I have a full stack of them to go off and supplement my armies or go take on marauders or some other problem going on. So, message from the Spacers faction. They want me to research a cure for Spacer skin maladies. Help us, Governor. The clan is taken sick and we don't know what to do. Mike has weird blisters all over his body. Well, more than the usual anyway. Please help us find a cure for these skin bubbles. That sounds disgusting. We'll go ahead and do that. That won't take us very long. 2 turns. Yeah, we produce a fair amount of research now that we've got our capital doing that in the interim. Well, there's nothing to build. I don't need this. I don't want to build this. I want to save this for the whatever I get later on. What do I get later on? We can get... Nope. Energy. Nope. Here it is. Vision range and scanner range. True sight, operational. Yeah, so it's not super great either. So it's not really ever going to be a really fantastic choice for this city. The scanner range isn't really important when this city's in the middle. But I don't really want the energy efficient assembly lines because we're not going to be producing a lot of troops from here. Hopefully. I mean, if we're producing troops from here, we're already in trouble. It means we're in dire straits and we need to be mass producing things. So it's still possible we build that. We'll just wait. Annex another sector. This one for the Cosmite. We'll get this ramjet down here to ask these gentlemen to leave peacefully.
Sector annexed.
A new annex sector down here. This one's going to make us some energy, so we'll go ahead and queue that up here. Right here. Yep, 2 energy slots, so we'll do that. Make us some nice money. Money is okay, but that's only because we have like a lot of people in energy. Workers, yeah, 88 of our energy is actually coming from all of these people here. So we're definitely going to need some more energy at some point to help manage all of that. Handle hero join. It's holding a gun at me. Okay, examine hero. This is a synthesis. Lena the obfuscator has blurring canisters. I've used this character before. She's pretty cool. Synthesis could be quite helpful. She could buff some of our vehicle units because we're going to have tanks and artillery and stuff like that pretty soon. So I think we'll go ahead and recruit her. It's pretty cool. We might actually even send her up to steel trenches. She can manage the next army. She'll start with some points. She actually starts with level 7. Actually, we could make her another character that's in a vehicle rather than on the ground. But let's start with all these important buffs here. Units gain +1 damage resistance while in cover. Hardiness training. Armor. All units in the armor gain 1 armor. Attacks by units in this hero's army bypass 1 shield and 1 armor. That's hard to argue with that. That's pretty good. Probably need a couple vitality points. And then she's got 8 points left, so we want to make sure we save 3. So we can spend 5 points. That's right, because we're going to get 5 more. So we can spend 5 more points to get her the, what do you call it, the modular extension. Or we could get advanced piloting and piloting. Maybe we take off. Maybe we take off one of the vitalities for now and say, that's hard to choose, isn't it? Let's give her piloting. We don't have enough points for advanced piloting, so we won't worry about the modular extension right away. Let's grab the vitality, and then we'll have 5 more points for advanced piloting. So let's confirm that. We could put her in a vehicle right away. It's probably not a bad idea. Let's give her a bulwark. It's only 60 energy. She's got a blurring canister. Makes units inside harder to hit. It's not bad. She could kind of fire it at her own feet and then stand there overwatching things as they get closer. Let's give her a secondary weapon. Wow, we have terrible choices. Give her this ego bomb. It's pretty useful. This damage penetrates most defenses, which is pretty cool. What do we want to give her? Rail accelerators is nice. And the kinetic phase modulator, so she can shoot further and shoot through cover. So she can just overwatch and just hit things really reliably. And that'll be totally fine. She'll be nice and safe inside the blurring field. She's got 70 health. That's pretty good. So this hero's all set up to lead an army now. And the units she's leading are going to be much more defensive. She's going to grant that extra point of armor. They're going to penetrate armor and shielding. And in fact, yeah, she gets her own, right? Yes, she does. Perfect. Okay. For a movement for this guy. Get over here and defend. Uh-oh. Here comes some marauders just in time. Okay, they're there. So we've got really good militia here, so we shouldn't ever really be in trouble down here, but no reason not to have our idle units somewhere where they could be helpful. We're going to grab that, and then we want to go see if we can, what it costs to get these guys to leave. That's something we want to look into. Ooh, Stanozoid and Hutar are now at war. That's unfortunate. Now, I think Stanozoid, we have a defensive pact, but they declared war on they weren't attacked. They're the aggressor, so we don't get drawn into that war. Now, these guys don't like us because, assumedly, because we're with Stanozoid. Yeah, they don't like Hat. They don't like Stanozoid. Okay, so these Shakarn, who I initially quite wanted to be friends with, look like it's not going to work out very well for us. It looks like they're making enemies quickly here. Meanwhile, we're doing really well with these guys. So let's negotiate here. Let's propose an alliance. Increasing your diplomatics. Yeah. Sorry, we're going to have to do it. And then let's actually go in with Hat. Let's make a little pronouncement. Let's just say, you know what, you're really good at doing that. And then let's propose an alliance with them as well. Okay, so now we have an alliance with some of the more powerful players on the planet, which is very, very helpful. So that'll free me up to know that I don't have to worry about this border. This border is secure because we are allied now. So this person is my friend and I want to help them. Hopefully they really seem to like me. Down here is Cleopesia, who's eventually possibly going to be at war with us. And then this person, Ava, up here, I think we're going to probably end up at war with soon. Oh, I've got a kitty yelling from in the hallway. I have a cat who, she gets upset when me and my wife are in different rooms. And so she'll just go in the hallway and cry until, I don't know, until we fix it, I guess. Are you okay? I don't know if you guys can hear her yelling, but she's here.
Colony established.
All right, we've got a new colony down here. Let's get the Central Science Lab as usual. Again, we're going to struggle with science this game. We've got to do what we can to keep that number up. And we'll grab Recreational Dome. It's usually a good early one. Actually, the Mining Shafts is a good one too. But not super important. We want to grab food first. Set you guys to take food from the pool. And who's still... You guys are still... Are you taking food from the pool? No, you're not, because you don't... Yeah, you're growing fine on your own. Iron Docks could probably be set to stop taking food, so that there's more in the pool for cities that actually need it. This city does not need to grow super quickly. So let's put everybody in production. I'll leave you in science. That'll be okay. So this city's still pulling from the pool. This city will now pull from the pool, and DeGracian Landing will... God, so many food slots. 15 food slots in this city. That's absurd. So they're gonna they're gonna donate all their food to these little cities that need to grow quicker. We do not need this immediately, but I think I might do it anyway because I want the science, and that helps me in the long run. So once we get, let's see, probably military, cannons, gardens, and then we'll queue up another cannons. You guys need to heal up pretty badly. Oh, these guys are actually taking this sector, so I got to get out of here because they're going to get upset with me and kick me out when I... So I won't be able to grab this, unfortunately. I don't want to be in here because I can't regenerate. So let's get down to here where we can heal up a little bit. Do I have anything to do right now? I don't have like a quest or anything. So I guess we go clear out neutrals. Got down here. This one down here we could do. Actually, where was I headed with this group? Oh, back to heal up. That's right. I heal faster in my own territory. So I might stand here for another turn. And then we can jump on down here and get in there and see what's going on. Sorry, what? Say that whole thing again?
I'm sorry, but this stream has been taken over by the resident elf on the shelf. Henceforth, this will be a mischief-managed situation.
Our faces are extremely close. We've got a couple of scouts to move around here. This one is trying to get around this empire that's growing so we can see what's going on. Ooh, a sector to prospect. We're running out of those. Down here, at least. Now we can go start stealing resources from up here. Accepted with Kirko. Eva's personality is ruthless. Needs little reason to go to war and often fights to the death. Casus Belli, trigger a larger opinion penalty. Dislikes helping settlements. Okay, it's good that we found that out because she is right here. And she has little reason, doesn't need much reason to go to war while we're close. So I'm glad that we're building up units down here. We may be called into action soon, but I'll have a nice stack of units ready to go. Actually, I have 2. But she might get mad at me for being in her area. Like she might see this as a threat or an excuse to go to war with me. So let's end turn here. Ooh, somebody went to war. There's a notification. Hope it's not me yet. Ooh, lots of notifications. Okay, our bomb is ready. Call to war from Hattel against Hutar. I must accept. You're welcome, Hat. I shall go to war. I shall go to war with Hutar. I'm sorry. Sorry, Hutar. We could have been friends, but you know, we have to respect our allies' wishes. Cleopesia declared war on Stanazoid. Ooh, so now I can get called into war for Stanazoid. Actually, you know what? Are Stanazoid and Hat on a team? No, they're not. They only have a non-aggression pact, but they'll probably like each other a lot more as this drags on because we have sort of like a little triumvirate of opinions with each other kind of going up. So the three of us may sort of form a little bond, a little alliance together while these other three might join up together and have like a little World War I on this planet, actually. Message from the Paragon. Yes, I will absolutely do your quest. I needed something to do with my troops. Got to keep them on the offensive so they can keep getting experience. Low-level troops at prime rank are worth quite a bit. Can hold their own against some high-level units. Let's make something a little bit beefier for this army. We've just got some low-level guys here. So let's go ahead and build us one of these ramjets, the fire shrapnel, and then we'll add in... we might add in a foreman after that, but we're actually running low on Cosmite. We're gonna have to fix that soon. Let's see if there's any Cosmite zones we haven't... Yeah, here's one. Do you mind leaving? Thank you. 10 Cosmite. Perfect. So now we're making 20 per turn. Any other sectors we haven't relieved? This one's going. Okay. We've got Cosmite down there, but we can't really reach that one. We'll get this one eventually. This is actually a neutral city. It's a vanguard city. So what do we want to do with this? We could turn it into a colonizer. But then we have to migrate them. So I think what we do is we ask them to join us and then turn them into a population and send 2 population to whatever city is closest. This one. Oh, cool. Now it's got 4 people. Perfect. So what does this city want to do first? This one would give it food because it's got a river. What research does that? River exploitation. 10 food if you got a river. Cool. Could also grab this one, but we have to clear out this waste and then ask these guys to leave. That might be our first one. I know it's got a hazard, but we can fix that pretty quickly. We'll get this little roaming trencher to deal with it. So we want to do residential here. Energy here, residential here, dwelling. So that's 2 sectors. And then we could do something like residential on one of these, like say here. And then we could do 2 waters, and water gives you food, energy, and science. And we could have one of them be this, where we get more energy and more Cosmite. Oh, +5 energy when in aquatic exploitation. Well, spoiler alert, this can't not be in an aquatic exploitation. I guess that's not true. This could be like a relay base or something. Yeah, so we'll do that with this city. We'll make this a really big city that just sort of covers a lot of ground and gobbles up this sector with this neutral city on it. Unexploited sector is a food area, so we'll go ahead and do that. Also make it... I don't want to make it residential, though.
Operations primed and ready.
Mountain Breaker can get primed. Orders ready. So this ramjet's ready, so we'll send him down here to wait here. And we can send a few units down here from our new city. We are at war with Hutar, so we might want to go ahead and do that, actually, now that I think about it. So let's grab these 3 units, and we'll send them down here, and then we'll have a little it'll be a kind of a weird army, but we'll have 2 trenchers, a secret spiker, a fire shrapnel, this weird liquidator, and then our hero, this is the seductress, with no mods, 20 points. Can we mod up this thing, actually? Debilitating strain. Attacks from biochemical weapons have a 12 strength chance of applying debilitating infection, making them easier to hit and giving them a crap load of negative morale. That's pretty cool. So this one could actually be a unit we mod up and make kind of useful. So let's go ahead and make it bypass armor. I like that one. And let's give it reactive shielding. Okay, it's a little tankier now. Still only has 45 health, but does really good damage. So let's mod that unit up. This is a... well, I don't know what this is. This isn't something you can normally purchase. Quest? Oh. Biochemical. Let's give you... here we go. Chop. Poison chop. Poison chop. That's what we're going to call this one. Brilliant. We've used up all of our cosmite again. I'm glad I got my income up. You just wait there. What's your job? Actually, how's our reputation with Ava? Minus 100 right now? Okay. And Hutar, I thought we were at war with them. Oh, we were called to war, but we're not at war with them for a couple turns. Is that how that works? I thought I accepted. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, boy, they are filling up with troops here. We need to expedite our military process here. So maybe in the interest of not dying, we go ahead and scoot these people on over into production. Got lots of production now between these two, and we'll make some military units a little bit quicker that way. Orders required. Okay, now these guys are ready to go into this site, I think. Should be pretty strong. 1244 is pretty good with these early units. So let's enter this. Yeah, this will be an interesting one. These units aren't super strong, but they look like they are modded. Chemists are really cool units. I love these units. So we will take care of this on the next episode because we're actually all out of time for this one. So thank you everybody so much for joining me, and I will catch you in the next episode.